we haven't got the second race in Malta that we're expecting, but what we have got is something that's going to be very exciting indeed for everybody that can see it, as these boats do a timed run down through Valletta harbour. They've gone out to sea in order to build up some speed and momentum, and away they go now. They'll come inside the breakwater and they'll pick up the market timing buoys that will give us some idea of the speed. And these are the two shoulder boats going against each other.
Yep, both boats, these are running Mercruiser engines, so they'll be absolutely screaming these engines through the harbour here, trying to get the best speed. Shoulder 2 in the lead there. He's got a fantastic lead on the other one, actually.
And it is all about going as fast as they can, whilst being as safe as they can as well. But that boat's carrying some good speed as they go through the harbour, and there's plenty of people watching them from both sides.
Absolutely, Aaron will be driving here, trying to drive that boat as fast as he can. Audren will be watching the speed for him. She'll actually be watching the speedo and calling the speed out to him, so they're trying to get the absolute maximum speed for that boat as it flies through the harbour.
Yep, they don't have to worry about average speeds over the race distance today, as the regulations normally have them in races. It is just about going as fast as they can. The other shoulder it's taking stage now. This is the 47, this is the super sport class boat, as we're seeing the evolutions that will be running after this.
Yeah, we've got Bootsy Bullet here flying through the harbour. These guys would have had to really judge their run-ups here, because they would have had to gone out into the rough water to actually wind the speed up to come through. A pretty difficult job, actually.
1 minute and 1 second. And what can the Sunseekers do this time? We know this is a good boat. Can they get it quick in a straight line?
XS 2000 with FPT engines. A beautiful looking boat. So sleek, and a fantastic paint job, I must say.
Andy Wilby and Gavin Brown, and we should get some idea of the time that they've managed to post as they nail it through the harbour. And it's not exactly, oh, here we go, 1 minute and 6, so not the fastest by any means, but still a great display, as we see Martin Lai, who has got Mark Nyman with him today, as Andreas picked up a bit of an injury yesterday.
Absolutely, Andreas hurt his ribs apparently yesterday. We thought they were actually cracked, but after a hospital checkup, he's only just very sore and bruised. This is a beautiful boat, a Formula 382 Fast Tech with Mercruiser engines again. Absolutely gorgeous. These engines, as they run through that harbour, will sound so spectacular, and for the crowds, I think this is actually better than a race for them.
Yeah, certainly a big spectacle, and 1 minute, just a shade over 1 minute 1, so that's a pretty good run for the Sunlit Beer boat. They'll be pleased with that. We'll have to see how that shakes out in the scheme of things, as we wait to see what these two are going to do in the 55extremeboat.com, and I think we're going to see some good speed from this pair.
Well, here we have the 2006 champions coming back to defend their title again. This boat will fly through the harbour.
Jackie Hunts and Mike Shelton, what a great team they've proved to be. They won the Supersport class in the race yesterday, and that engine sounds absolutely fantastic. Another
Mercury engine. This is a Dragon boat, a Dragon 39. A fantastic, beautiful looking boat, and these two look after it so well.
Telemetry showing up to about 132 kilometres an hour, and there we see the time split, 59.5 to beat. Can they do it? 57, 58.7 they've done, 0.8 of a second, and that is going to take the Super Sport class. So well done to Mike and Jackie, and a great bit of excitement, and I'm sure the crews will be enjoying this. So the top of the times as they finished this time trial run, Extreme Boat 58.7, a couple of seconds they turn around, and we're seeing now out in the rough waters coming through into the slightly more sheltered harbour area. This is the Keaton, riding those waves as they wind it up, and it does show how rough it is out there.
This race could not have run in those conditions. I think actually someone's made a very sensible call here. P1 is the safety must always come first for these races and machinery, and P1 have made a very good call here today not to run the race.
Yeah, certainly everybody wants to see the race happen. The drivers, the crews, everybody wants to take part in it, but safety is paramount, and they've certainly made the right decision today. But this is a great bit of excitement, seeing them run through the harbour here, and it was all arranged in such a short time, and that really shows the enthusiasm of everybody involved as the three-man crew wind up now to see what they're going. We're on board inside. You can see the harbour, both sides of the harbour there, and there's people watching this in beautiful sunshine. It's a much brighter day here today.
The Keaton boat is running its Metamarine again, so another Metamarine outfit running with the Seatec engines this time. They will absolutely sound gorgeous as they run through that harbour.
Boat looking steady and absolutely beautiful. Sponsors decorating the sides of it, the rooster tails coming through, and we can see the steps in the side there, which has gone out of shot, but those will be working pretty well today on all these boats.
Yep, the steps yesterday, as I said in the rough, just wouldn't have played any part of the game, I'm afraid. But today, as they're running through on that flat water, they'll be trying to lift the boats out of the water as much as possible, getting as much air under those steps for the optimum speed.
53.57 seconds for Keaton, as we see wetpunk.com, who had a good run in the race, dropped back a little bit, but they were out as leaders for quite a while. And that boat skipping through as they come into the harbour now.
I love the paintwork on this boat. It just like, it tells a story. It's like a real storybook. The Fabio Buzzi design.
Yeah, and all these boats have...
The crews are probably feeling very, very sore. I would imagine the teams worked hard overnight to actually make sure the boats were ready to run again today. And as you can see, they're all running beautifully.
And about to make their run as they power through the waves outside the harbour. This is the number 88, the OSG racing boat. Giovanni Carpitella, Giancarlo Cangiano, a very flamboyant pair of crew, and part of the fantastic atmosphere of this Powerboat P1 Championship.
A beautiful Donzi boat this is, with Sterling Performance engines. Listen to those engines.
That's just a great growl, isn't it? And it's just echoing off the buildings both sides of this harbour. And there's a few hairs standing on the back of the neck of many of these people that are watching this.
I actually think this is a huge credit to all the boat manufacturers. After what they went through yesterday, as we all saw, for them to all still be running today, great credit to the engine manufacturers. Yeah,
very much so. And I'm interested to see what this one can do. The Outer Limits boat, we know it's fast. It was built originally for speed, for races in America, and they've had to tone that down a little bit now. Mike Fiore is behind the controls of that boat. He feels a lot better than he did after the race yesterday, and just gaining some momentum before he breaks into the run into the harbour. But look how that boat is bouncing around.
A beautiful Outer Limits SB40 with Mercury racing engines. This will fly through the harbour. This has got to get this.
And if you ever get a chance to look in the back of one of these things, see the size of these engines. I mean, they look like they should be in a huge, great big monster truck on the road.
That just looks beautiful. Look how those steps are working. The boat is lifted up out of the water. He literally just wants those back steps and the props in the water and to fly it through there.
Just makes us speechless, really.
He has got that trim to perfection.
And it's looking good for a quick run then. We think this is going to be a serious contender for taking the Evolution class. Wetpunk 48.8, they were the class leaders. We're up to, it's coming up to 40 seconds now. So in a few seconds time we'll know whether they've done it or not, but that boat just looks so smooth and steady. 46, 48.8 to beat 48.6. He's just done it to Mike Fiore and Joe Scrow in the Outer Limits boat, fastest of the run through the harbour here at Valletta in Malta, and a brilliant display for everyone to see. 48.68 for the Outer Limit powerboats. Wetpunk very close, 48.88, and then a bit of a gap back to OSG, Bain Class and Keaton. Outer Limits were the fastest of the day, but it's OSG that end the weekend on the highest of highs atop of the Evolution class. And Extremeboat.com were very pleased to have won the only race that was held and to have set the fastest time in the Supersport time trial.